Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. This video will be about how to apply for bachelors in Germany because there are too much misconceptions in on the internet and through the videos people are spreading when they need to apply for the bachelors in Germany. So the main agenda of this video will be I will be discussing about the core admission system, like how that works, which will include HZB admission outcomes and the three routes I will discuss. Then also I will discuss about the 2 semester route, A level routes, like if you have done A levels, then what to do, and then whether you need to do student colleague or not. And I have also cover on the specific topics about the country guide, like if you are from Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, then what you need to do. And also I will cover the languages and application, like whether the bachelor's will be in German or whether it will be in English. And also I will cover universities, like how to apply, whether you need to apply to the universities or you need to get the VPDs. Then I will also tell you about the what are the documents, deadlines, and the cost. And I will also discuss about visa mistakes and decisions also. So these kind of things I will discuss. Okay, so first of all, we need to look at the core admission system. So oftenly students are asking, like, can we apply for the bachelor's degree in Germany after like immediately completing our grade 12? And also some people are asking, like, what happens if I have Pakistan, India, or India class 12, Bangladesh HSC, or Nepalese plus 2, then what will be the scenario? And also, like, do A level students also need a foundation year or not, which is student colleague? And also some people are asking, like, if we complete 2 semesters at our home university, then can we eligible to apply directly for the German university, so we don't need to do the student colleague there? So the answer you can hear is now, like, is not simply yes or no. I will not recommend you, like, yes, for all these answers, yes, you can apply, you can go. But the main thing here is, most of the students, most of the universities in Germany, they not only look at your like 12 years of education, they evaluate your application based on the certificates, based on the examination board. They will also check your subjects, grades, then country wise grading system, and also like previous university studies they will also consider. So it all depends on your profile, like whether you may receive a direct admission. Can also receive admission to some related subjects, or maybe you can't able to secure the direct admission, but you need to do the first of all student colleague, and then you will do the bachelor. So this is how this whole things works. So in this video I will explain every route. I will also include separate guidance for Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Sri Lanka, and students who hold A levels certificates. So I will recommend you watch this video before choosing a university or like paying a foundation year fees, because choosing the wrong bachelor subject or the wrong student colleague course can restrict what you are allowed to study later for your master's program. Okay, so first of all, let's discuss about what is HZB. So the first German term you need to understand is HZB, which means Hochschulzugangsberechtigung. So it is commonly like, shortly people refer it as HZB. So what HZB means? So this is now your question. So HZB means your university entrance qualification. So it proves like your previous education background qualifies you to begin your undergraduate or bachelor studies in Germany. And also, like, I don't know if you guys know, like, HZB can be based on your school living certificate. It can also based on your school living certificate combined with previous university studies. And also it includes A levels certificate, recognized A levels. And also it includes IB. So the IB means here is like International Baccalaureate, which is like a diploma which is recognized in Germany. So the combination of this is known as HZB, and it also includes Feststellungsprüfung, which is like the test students need to clear after they complete the student colleague. So we will. So this is what it means HZB. So you hear mostly about this term when you want to apply for the bachelor's in Germany. Okay. So there are four possible results outcomes of HZB. So we will discuss one by one. So let me tell you. So the first one is possible result. So like you can get the direct general admission, which I means here is by like your previous qualification allows you to like study in Germany, and the qualification also may allow application across subject areas, which is like specific to subject and program roles. Okay, then another result of HZB can be like direct subject restricted admission. So what I mean here is like the applicant may apply only within an approved subject area. Okay. Then there is another possible result which is like student colleague eligibility. The applicant must need normally to pass the relevant FSP, which is like Prüfung test after the student colleague before they will get the bachelor's admission. And the last result can be there will be no eligibility. So like after educational after like going through educational assessment, the committee or the university decide like you are not eligible, so you need to do the foundation year. So this is the possible results. Okay, let's go one by one. First of all, for the routes. So there are three main routes I will discuss here. So one is direct admission. So in the direct admission you can expect like, so your school certificate or your international qualification is accepted for direct university studies, and now you can able to apply directly to bachelor's program in Germany. But again, the most important thing is you must satisfy still language requirements. You must meet the minimum grades, subject requirements, portfolio and aptitude test also. And also you need to take care and must meet the entrance examinations if they need. And if they ask about the internships, then you must need to provide these kind of things. So this is the direct admission. So like your educational documents is accepted for direct university studies. So here direct eligibility also does not mean like you will get the guaranteed admission, because some programs have limited spaces and they are like NC, not NC free. So mean you need to compete with other students. It will be like mostly based on the grade based or competitive selections, in which there is too much competition and only top 20 or top 10% are selected and they will get the offers. Okay, now the second route is subject specific, subject restricted admissions, which is like after university studies. So the main important thing is your school certificate alone is not equivalent to Germany Abitur. So what I mean by Germany Abitur is Germany Abitur is German's highest secondary school living certificate, and it is the standard qualification for direct university entrance. So your school living certificate is not equivalent to the German Abitur, but after successfully completing the required university study in your home country, you can be eligible for direct admissions in your, let's say, previous academic subject or any subject which is closely related to your previous subject. And for most of the you can say South Asian applicants, it means like they need to complete one successful academic year, which is like generally 2 semester in their home country. And it can depend from country to country, but uh, the 2 semester is mostly accepted. Okay, the third route is student colleague. So in the student colleague, it means like when your school certificate is not equivalent to Germany Abitur, and it is not accepted for direct admission, then you need to attend a foundation program which is called Student Colleague. So Student Colleague lasts for 2 semesters, and after the end of 2 semesters, you need to do you need to take a Prüfung test, which is a Fast Prüfung, which is commonly called FSP. So after you complete this test, now you can able to apply for the bachelor's program, which is connected to the subject areas which you had studied in your previous student colleague semesters. Okay, so these are the three routes uh, when we need to apply for the bachelor's in Germany. Okay, one important thing I want to share with you guys is like the correct route based on your profile is determined by, you can say, your degree certificates, your profile. Okay, it's not determined by like you have completed 12 years of education, 12 years of school, and now you can able to apply for the bachelor's in Germany. So this is not the case. Okay. Okay, now let's discuss about the 2 semester route. Can the students apply to Germany for the bachelor's after completing 2 semesters in their home country? Okay, so this is the most asked questions. Like students ask, like, I have studied for 2 semesters, so now can I apply directly to Germany? So I think this statement is, you can say, pretty much vague, because Germany may require one successful completed academic year, not simply 2 semesters of enrollment. And one thing is, enrollment is also like not the same as successful completion. Okay, so for to qualify for 2 semester route, the general things you need to do, you must pass is like, it must be your regular degree bachelor's program in your home country, and you must be admitted to a full-time degree program, which is like according to your institution study regulation, you can say. Then the higher education institution in which you studied like 1 year for the bachelor's, that must be recognized. Okay, and that university also must be recognized through the anabin also, and the required first year modules and examinations also must be successfully completed. Not a single subject must be failed, and you need to get the official semester transcripts, and the transcripts will show you the subjects, grades, and study periods also. So also the last thing is the bachelor's field, like in which you want to pursue in Germany, it must be same, or it must be closely related to what you previously studied in your home country. So this is what is generally required. Okay, now let's discuss about the documents you need to obtain before leaving your home country university. Okay, so first of all, you need your first semester transcript. You need also your second semester transcript, official enrollment or study certificate, and you also need the description of bachelor's program. And also I will recommend you to get the module handbook from your university, from your head of department. You must also get the university grading scale, because most of the universities ask about this university grading scale in Germany. And also you must get a certificate which mentions or which gives a proof of the minimum grade required for graduation. And in the module handbook, I will recommend you, it must be written like the credit hours, workload, examination methods, what are used, laboratory, and any practical work details which were like relevant in your studies. So these are all the information must be there in your document. Okay. Now let's discuss about the university recognition. So please make sure when you want to apply for bachelor's or master's in Germany, your home country university must be recognized. So there is a German Anabin database. I told you in my previous videos also. You can just simply go onto the Anabin database, just search it on Google, and in the institutions tab, just add your home country university name, and you will see the status. So if the status is H plus, so it means your university is fully recognized. If your university status is H plus and negative, then it means like it may require an additional evaluation, which I think you guys need to do here this year. But if it is H negative, then also you guys need to apply for the additional evaluation. So make sure before applying, you must check the anabin. You must check like whether your institution is recognized or not. Okay. Now the next thing will be about um, subject restrictions. Okay, so for the subject restrictions, so what I mean by subject restriction here is means like the university year which you are studying usually gives a subject restricted in Germany. The university will give subject restricted admissions also and without it. So what this means is like your previous bachelor's subjects must be like equal or relevant to the programs which for which you are applying in Germany for the bachelor's. So like if you had completed your previous study of computer science, then possible related German fields can be computer science, informatics, software engineering, and related computer programs. And if you want to apply, like if you have completed 1 year of computer science and now you want to apply for the medicine, unrelated engineering and business fields, then they will simply reject you because this is not the relevant field. And if you have like mechanical engineering, like 1 year of mechanical engineering in your home country, then you can get into mechanical production, automotive, closely related engineering subjects. Not You are not eligible for the business or medicine. Okay. And similarly, if you have like biology or business administration, like you had completed 1 year in this, then you can only apply for the relevant field, which is like business management, international business, biology, and closely related life science programs. So in these possible related German fields, you can apply not you cannot apply for the computer science, medicine, electrical engineering, business or technical programs. So you need to keep in mind these relevant fields when you want to apply for the bachelor's in Germany. Okay. The next question will be like, does Germany place you in third semester or not? So like you completed your like you completed with 2 semesters in your home country, and now you want like you can continue from the third semester in German universities. So this is the most common misunderstanding students have. So there are two separate decisions here. So one is admission eligibility and another is credit recognition. So your 2 semesters may be only used to establish your HZV, which we discussed earlier. So you can be like you could be still admitted to the first semester of the German bachelor's program, or maybe you need to start from the beginning. Okay, so the admission criteria will be like the decision will be admission eligibility and credit recognition. So what I mean here by admission eligibility is for the like on which the decision will be made. Does your combination of school certificate and your previous studies allow you to apply for the university directly? Okay, so you must need to answer this question. Then the another decision is a credit recognition. So like, will the German examination board recognize the specific modules and will give you higher admission in higher semester? So these are the two questions you guys need to ask. So what it means by like the university compares for credit recognition. So here the university will, you can say, ask for the module content and learning outcomes. They will check for the workload and credit hours and academic level, program compatibility, assessment methods, and like if you qualify for all of these programs, like if German university thinks you care like correctly passes all these requirements, then they will give you the admission in the third or higher semester. So but this is not the practical, or this is not like 95% of the cases. So in the 95% of the cases, after completing 2 years from bachelor's in your home country, you will be get the offer letter for the first semester in German bachelor's program. So this is the mostly, you can say, how people get the how people get the admission in the German university, not in the higher semester. Okay, now let's discuss about the A levels one. So for the A levels, like what will be the route? So the route for, like, it will be different for students holding Cambridge, Edexcel or British A level qualification. So under the, you can say, general German GCE recognition rules, you normally need three full and independent A level subjects, and also like you need at least C grade in each subject. Then you will be eligible to apply for the bachelor's in Germany. Okay, and also at least two of the three subjects must come from German recognized, you can say, general academic subject list. So you need to keep in mind this line. Okay, I will give you more information about this. So what are the boards which are recognized and which are listed by DART? So the boards are AQA, then Cambridge Assessment International Education, then LRN, OCR, Edexcel, then WJEC and EDWAS also, and another is last one is CCEA. So important qualification distinctions. Now let's discuss about this. Like, um, if you have some certain qualifications, then what will be how German will treat it. So if you have full GCE A level and international A levels, then they will treat like towards university entrance when the conditions are completely met. Okay, and if you have AS level and intermediate AS level, like you don't complete the fully A levels, but you complete only 1 year, then it will be no longer counted from the university entrance under the current general GCE evaluation rules. And if you have only done O levels, GCSE and IGCSE, so it means like, they doesn't independently provide access to German higher education. So you need to do A levels, then you will qualify for the bachelor's. And if you have like preliminary result notification, so sometimes this can be considered, but official examination certificate must be supplied within the required period. So again, I will recommend you, if you had done fully A levels, then you should apply for the bachelor's. Otherwise, on the AS level, on the O levels, you can't able to apply because you can't able to meet the minimum requirements here also. Okay, now we have covered the A levels. So now let's discuss about the A level subject combinations. Like, as I discussed you, if you have done you have done bachelor's in some certain fields, then you can apply to the relevant fields. Okay, so now for the A levels also, like if you have mathematics and technical studies, then the required A level pattern should be mathematics plus one biology, or mathematics with chemistry, physics, or computer science, and plus a third accepted independent subject. If your intended field, like if you want to apply for the bachelor's in Germany in natural sciences, then two subjects must be from mathematics, biology, chemistry, physics, or computer science, and another subject which is third, which must be accepted. Okay, if you want to apply for the medicine, pharmacy, and dentistry in Germany for the bachelor's, then three subjects selected from mathematics, biology, chemistry, physics, or computer science. And if you want to apply for the social sciences and economics in Germany, then you must have A level subjects such as history, from geography, political, social studies, economics. Uh, Also, I will recommend you must have one of mathematics, biology, chemistry, physics, or computer science. Also, you can include and a third subject. And if you want to apply for the humanities and law, then at least one relevant language, history, geography, political studies, or economic subject, and two accepted subjects other than these. And if you want to apply for the arts related studies for the bachelor's in Germany, then for this, I think there is like no additional subject specific requirements, which I researched when making for this video for the GCE matrix rule. But The university may require a portfolio or aptitude test here. So, like, if I give you example here for computer science or engineering, a strong combination in mathematics, physics, and computer science. Mathematics, physics, and chemistry may also support many technical fields. So, I have in A levels I have done maths, chemistry, physics, and computer science. So I have four subjects. But I applied for the masters based on the bachelor studies. So if you are now applying for the bachelor in Germany, and if you have computer science, physics, maths, and chemistry, then you are good to go. So this is the, you can say, uh, intended fields and the required A-level patterns you need to apply when you want to come for the bachelor's in Germany. Okay, now let's discuss about the student colleague. So what is student colleague? So earlier I told you about the student colleague, FSP. So student colleague is, you can say, student colleague is Germany foundation or preparatory route. It is mostly for the international students whose, you can say, full certificate does not provide direct university admission. So they need to do this foundation year, which is of 1 year. But the important difference is a random. There are public foundation years and there are private foundation years. So a random private foundation year is like not automatically recognize a student colleague. So the qualification here that matter is FSP, and which is the Prüfung, Faststellung Prüfung. So student colleague normally, you can say, last for the 2 semesters. So you need to complete 2 semesters and then you need to give the test as I told you. And mostly student colleague is in German. So you must have good grip on German language. Okay. So there are multiple student university student colleague courses. Okay, so let's discuss one by one. Okay, so if you want to, if you like intended field, like if you want to do bachelor's in computer science, engineering, mathematics, physics, chemistry, or and technical and mathematical scientific programs, then for you guys the course will be T course. So this is the student colleague specific courses name. So this is T course. And if you want to like apply for the bachelor's in medicine, biology, pharmacy, and related life sciences, then you need to apply for the M course. And if you want to apply for the bachelor's in Germany for business, economics, then management and many other social science programs, then you will apply for the W course. And similarly, G course will be for those students who want to apply for the bachelor's in humanities, German studies, history, philosophy, and related subjects. And also, like if you want to apply, or if your intended field is languages, translation, or related programs, then you need to apply for the S course. Okay, so this is the general university student colleague courses. There are also other applied science courses. So in these applied science courses for the student colleague, so like if your intended field is technical and engineering programs, then you can go for the TI course. If your field is economics and business programs, then you can choose the WW course. So this is the course specific names. Sorry. And you want to, if your like field is creative and you can say artistic programs, like if you have artistic mind, then you can go for the GW course. And SW course is for those who want to get the admission in bachelor's in social sciences in goes into you Dresden or into you Munich. Then you must have at least in bachelor's, then you must have B1 or B2 German if it is like written on their program, on their bachelor's requirements. And sometimes these universities require C1 German certificate also. So you must keep in mind, you need to do German language with certification. And also apart from German language, there are sometimes universities also ask for your English certificates also. English certificate like TOEFL, IELTS, PTE, and 10% or 15%, you can say, bachelors in Germany are also in English. And for English taught bachelors, you guys need IELTS, TOEFL, Cambridge certificates, or MOI letter, even based on the required requirements from your university. Okay, now let's discuss about what is VPD. So VPD is like you can say VPD stands for profunds documentation, or you can say preliminary review documentation. So first of all, you will apply to the UNICEST and you will apply for the VPD. And after receiving VPD, it after receiving VPD, it means like if you are qualified, then you can apply because sometimes the VPD requirement is from the universities. Like you can you need to apply through the university portal, and on the university portal they will be asking about the VPD. So VPD is preliminary, you can say, review documentation in which uni assist, not university, uni assist will check all your documents and they will make sure like whether you are eligible to apply for the university or not. Okay, and to get the VPD, it will take around 4 to 6 weeks, and it for the Pakistan students, it can even take to 7 to 8 weeks also. So like around about 2 to 3 months you must keep in mind to get the VPD, or sometimes you can get earlier also. So this is what it means by VPD. So you need to apply on the Unisys for the VPD. Okay, so this is the whole story about VPD. And sometimes, okay, so sometimes one VPD can also be eligible for 2 or 3 universities also. Or sometimes the university asks you like we need a VPD specific to our university. So then you need to pay another fee for the VPD to the unisist, and then you will get the university specific VPD. Okay. So the complete university application workflow will be: you need to choose your intended bachelor subject. You will check the HZB plus subject restrictions. Then you will verify your home university whether it is recognized or not in Anabin. You will research the official program pages. You will note down the languages, and you will requirements. You will note down the intakes, fees, and if they need some extra information from you, um, then you need to check like whether you need to apply through the direct admission or through the uni assist, or you need to apply through the VPD route. Then you will prepare your original documents. If you need certification translations, then you must do translation of your documents. And I will recommend you, as soon as the program opens, submit the application as soon as possible and pay the fees. Then track requests for missing items, and after admission you need to apply for the visa. Then also, like, you guys, for the international students, you guys need the blog account also, and I made a separate video on the how to open a blog account to the Fintiba and another provider also, so you guys can check the video. And also I made a separate video on how to apply for the student visa for the Germany, so you can check the video about that. Also in that video I discussed about A to Z process, and I will leave you the link in the comments and in the description of this video also. So the complete document checklist will be your passport plus photograph, application form, contacts, your 12 certificate or OA level certificate, and if you have um, like if you have done previous university, then you must need enrollment certificate, 2 semester transcripts, grading scale, module handbook also, workload credit or lab practical credits. You must need a documentation for this. Then you must need HEC attestation where required. You must need APS where they need. Then you need CV and motivation letter also, your portfolio also. So these are most of the documents you guys must keep in mind and prepare the checklist according to this. Okay, as I told you how and where to apply, there are 3 ways, which 4 ways through which you can apply. So one is you can go onto the university dedicated portal and apply through there. Sometimes they will charge the fees for the application, sometimes they will not. Then you can apply through the Unisys. So for the Unisys, for the first application, you guys need to pay 75 euro, and then for 30 euro, I already made a video on this. Also, like how to apply through the Unisys, so you guys can check the video on the channel. Then VPD. So again, for the VPD, you guys need to get this document from the Unisys, and you must need to submit this document before the deadline. And the fourth procedure is special procedure, which is Hochschulstart, or some for the some universities they will ask you about the aptitude test, or they will also take the interviews also, and after the interviews they will give the decision after taking your after you submit the documents. So this is how and where you can apply. Okay. So again, as I told you, uni assist fees will be 75 euro first, 30 plus additional courses. And if you like apply 5 applications, then it will cost around 195 to 200 euros. And if I talk about the deadlines, so for the deadline for the winter semester, most of the applications they open uh, after, you can say, from the January also, or from the February till 10th of July for the winter semester. And for the summer semester, most of the university applications will be start from, you can say, roughly around 15th of August, and also from 15th of September till 15th of January. So this is the general deadlines for the university applications and deadlines. And tuition and living expenses. So if your bachelor's university is in Baden-Württemberg state, then you need to pay 1500 euro as a tuition fees as a non EU applicant and programs. Okay, so this is the applied science courses program names. Okay, so now the next question is public versus private. So as in Germany, there are public universities and private universities also. So for the student colleague also, there is public versus private student colleague. So let me give you some overview about what it means by public and private student colleague. So for the public student colleague, so normally tuition free, it is like tuition free except the semester contribution. But for the private student colleague, you need to pay the tuition fees also other than semester contribution fees, which is too much costly. Okay. And for the public student colleague, the seats are limited and it is competitive entrance examination. But for the private student colleague, the seats are not pretty much limited and admission conditions vary. So you can easily get the admission, you can easily get the student colleague certificate. And for the public student colleague, it is usually connected to public institution or state system. But for the private ones, they are mostly like they prepare student for the external FSP, which is sometimes recognized or sometimes it is not. And most of the public student colleagues they are state recognized, but the private ones only like few of them are state recognized. Other than so like you can get into problems if your private student colleague is not state recognized. Okay, so before choosing the private student colleague provider, I will ask some specific questions such as like, does this program even state recognized, like, and also like who conducts this examination, and is the FSP, which is the test, accepted by your target university? So like if you want to apply in the EU Dresden or University of Bonn for the bachelors, then your FSP will be accepted or not there. Does it qualify for university, Fachschule, or both? You need to question this, you need to research on this before choosing the private student colleague providers. Then you need to question yourself, like whether it will be accepted throughout the Germany or only like specific partners, and is like what happens if the student fails for the entrance examination or FSP, then what will happen? Can we do it again? Like, will be there any second attempt, or whether like you need to pay another extra fee? So these are the questions you guys need to ask before choosing the private student colleague. So One important tip you can get from me after I search on this is like private foundation certificate may have like little um, value unless it leads to, you can say, it will be like accepted, it is state recognized, or it is like you can say explicitly accepted institution progression route. So this is the most important thing you guys need to consider. Okay, then language and entrance examination. Okay, so what I mean here is for the student colleague also. So most of the student colleague entrance exam, like they need you at least B2. You must have B2 German with certification, and you must have C1 or B2 English certificate also, like IELTS, TOEFL, or whatever. So keep in mind these language requirements also when you need to do the, you can say, student colleague. And student colleague condition also may vary from like from provider to provider, or from student colleague organization to organization. Okay, and after passing the FCP, then you are eligible and you can apply for the you can say for the bachelor's in your dream university. Okay, now let's discuss about the specific countries. Like if you are from Pakistan, then can you apply for the direct bachelor's in Germany? Okay, so let's discuss about Pakistani system in which it is HSSC or intermediate. So if you are from Pakistan and you have done intermediate or HSSC, so this certificate, it will not provide you the direct bachelor admission by itself, because as per DARD instruction on the DARD, you need a 12-year, the combination of 12 years or one successful, like here you need your intermediate as well as one completed fully successful academic year at a like HSC recognized institution, which is your university. So like you need to do, if you like you need to do 1 year bachelor's, and you must have good grades in intermediate, then you can apply for direct admission for the bachelor's in Germany from Pakistan. Okay, and what are the documents you guys need? So the documents for the Pakistani students, so you guys need your metric or O level certificate and marks. Then also I think you guys need A level certificate. If you have, like if you have A level certificate, then you can just directly apply your university transcripts where like you previously studied, your degree certificate if available. If it is not available, then you need to ask from your university to get it done, like you need it. And also like if your university grading system, you also need the document of your university grading system, your passport, language certificate, and certified translations if it is needed. Like if your documents are not in fully in Germany or in English, then you need these documents. Okay, so this is for the Pakistan. Okay, for the India, for the winter semester, so there is some pretty much new rules. So an applicant with 12 years of schooling, they must have at least 70% in class 12, and they must have the APS certificate. Then they will be qualified for the subject restricted student colleague route. And again, it will depend on the complete evaluation. So one route is you must have class 12 with marks greater than 70%. You must have APS, then you can go for the student colleague route. Okay, the second route is again you must have class 12 certificate, you must have APS certificate, and you must have 1 year of bachelor's degree from your university. Then you can apply for the direct admission for the bachelor in the bachelor's, and make sure to get the APS as soon as possible, because it will take pretty much time to get this certificate. Okay, for the Bangladeshi students, like if you are from Bangladesh, so here you guys need, like if you are an HSC applicant, who has like recently completed and their education. So they need one successful academic year at a recognized higher education institution, which will be for after which they will be qualified for the direct subject related or sometimes subject restricted admissions. So for most of the South Asian students, either your route will be student colleague or your route will be to the first year bachelor education you must have through your home country, and then you can apply for the direct admissions in Germany. Like if you are from Bangladesh, also this is the same case. For the Bangladesh, if you are from Bangladesh, you guys need secondary and higher secondary certificates, complete subject and grade record, degree certificate and transcripts, university minimum grading scale, minimum graduation grade where it is requested if they need, and passport, language certificate, and certified languages. And I want to give you one important information here is like the information which I am giving is like from the internet after researching from the after asking the questions from these students, and make sure to go on your like if you want to apply for the bachelors, then go on to your dream university, check their requirement for the bachelors, then confirm like whether you meet all the requirements or whether you need to go for the student colleague route or you need to go for the like you need to go for the 1 year bachelors also you need to do, then choose like what you guys need to do. And similarly for the Nepal also, so for the Nepal also it is the same and the documents are also like pretty much same again, subject related subject grades, transcripts, certificates, language certificates for Sri Lanka and South Asia also, including Afghanistan, Bhutan, and Maldives. If you are A levels, then you can directly apply. But if you have done 12th, then you need to go again through the student colleague route, or you can go and apply for the direct admissions in Germany if you have done 1 year of bachelor's. Okay, now let's discuss about the language and application requirements. Okay, so for the most of the language requirements, so I will give you an average, you can say percentage is 90 to 92% of the bachelors in Germany is in German taught. Okay, so what I means here is like if you want to like if you want to study in you can expect the semester contribution fees also, which is like roughly around 100 to 430 euros per semester, and it also includes Deutschland ticket. And so this is the most for the public universities. And for the public universities, apart from the Baden-Württemberg, you don't need to pay the tuition fees. But if your university is private university, then you need to pay 10,000 or 10,000 euros or more than 10,000 euros for the bachelors to do in private universities. And average monthly expenses can be around 1000 to 1300 euro. It will depend on city to city. If your city is small, then you can expect the less expenses, but it also depends on your lifestyle and how you are spending. And I will recommend you guys to keep some extra cash when you are coming to Germany. Like after landing Germany, at least you must have 1000 euros in cash. Okay, so after you get your admission, which does not mean you will get the visa approval also, so you must need to separately apply for the student visa. I already made a video on this. And also like you need to open a blog account. For the blog account, you guys need around 12,168 euro you need to deposit. And the typical documentations like documents you need for the visa is passport, photographs, admission letters, then German certificate for the bachelor's. If your like bachelor's program is German taught, then you need bachelor's certificate. And if it is English taught, then you guys need English certificates also. You guys need APS, CV, your birth certificate, your travel and health insurance also, um block account confirmation also you guys need. So this is the main general documents you guys need when you need to apply for the student visa. Okay, so one of the, you can say, common mistakes students make when applying for the bachelor's is like they sees 12 years as a direct admission. So 12 years is not, you can say, a direct, will give you the direct admission for bachelor's in Germany. And enrollment is not equal to like 1 year successful year. You guys need to complete one successful year with good grades. And if you, as I told you earlier, if you like intended field is a computer science but you had done medical, then your visa will be rejected also. And you can't able to get the offer letter also, because your courses, your subjects will not be matched with the requirement of the with the requirements of the university. And three also, another misconception or another mistake student do is three A levels subjects fit every field. No, this is not exactly. I told you like which programs or which A level subjects will be qualified for which program. So you can rewind this video back and check for the A level section. Then for the 2 semesters is not generally or most likely, like if you have done 2 semesters, then you will not get the admission in the third semester in Germany. You will get from the first semester. And AS level students like who have done only first year of the A level, they cannot able to get the admission for direct admission in bachelor's in Germany. And private, you need to check your private foundation is recognized or not. If it is not recognized, then your whole year and your money and your time will be wasted. And any student colleague course opens any bachelor, so this is not the case. So it depends on requirements of the bachelor's programs also. So you must check carefully. And VPD is not like your final application, it just gives information to the university like yes, the student educational background is qualified. And also like I will recommend you to do all the process on your own, don't go for the agents. And also most there are limited courses for the English taught bachelor's, which does not means like you can't able to get the admission in bachelor's in English taught programs. You can get, but you need to keep in mind for the English taught programs also, they will also ask about the German certificate. So this is the most of the mistakes students do when applying for the bachelor and for the visa. So the final questions you must need to ask is like if you have done A levels, then whether your grades like maths, computer science or chemistry or physics, if you have done this, then you can apply for the engineering or computer related fields. But if you have another fields, like if you have in A levels, if you had done another subjects, then you need to check what is the requirement of the university. Then you need to check like whether your national 12th grade certificate provide you direct admission. If yes, then apply. If not, then you need to do for the student colleague route. And also you need to check like whether one successful, you can say one successful university year will be like eligible, will make you eligible to get the admission in Germany for the bachelor's or not. So this is the main questions you guys need to ask from yourself when you need to apply for bachelor's in Germany. So I know this video will be like over 50 minutes, so I will recommend you to watch it in the parts and watch the video till the end. So this so you don't miss any important information. And I will guarantee you nobody makes this detailed information on how to apply, what will be the rules when applying for the bachelor's in Germany. So yeah, that's it. And if you have now any questions, then you can email me or you can ask only in the comments. I am because I am not pretty much active on the social media, uh, especially on the Instagram and Facebook. So I will recommend you to personally email me or ask in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video with the new topic with the new information. So till then, take care. Bye bye.